How has this team gotten better through 3 weeks of the season so far?
Yeah, I think week 1 and week 2, were tests. And there was, other than the score, there were many positive things that we took away from those big games, against Hamilton Southeastern and Center Grove. In both of the games at halftime, we're right in it. We're tied at half with Hamilton Southeastern, and it's 21-17 at half with Center Grove. And in both games, we had opportunities. We learned from, our personnel. We learned from matchups. We learned from the physicality of the game, and take that away. And we hope, as last year, you carry that into conference play and continue to get better every week. And so, the little things within, being physical up front, blocking schemes, completing assignments, focusing on takeaways, all those things, I think that we improved in this last week.
I know offensively it feels like that unit has taken some big strides the last couple of weeks. How do you feel like that unit has really started to settle in, especially as Gabe has now gotten some varsity starts under his belt?
Yeah, absolutely. It's all about exposure. It's all about, feeling comfortable, on the field, and, Gabe comes in as a junior with his first start and, in a big game, on the road at HSE. And obviously, there's going to be nerves. It's going to be tough. There's going to be, times to where we've got to grow. But the growth has happened. He's battle tested. The same can be said with our offensive line. They continue to improve. And our running game, improved on Friday night. A lot of those guys didn't see a ton of reps. But offensively, we were more diverse, and we have to be that way if we're going to be successful.
You take a look on Friday, taking on a very tough Bishop Dwenger team that's also battle-tested through non-conference play. What exactly stands out to you, just knowing your past history playing Bishop Dwenger, that is going to help you for this Friday?
Well, they're always well-coached. They're always very physical. This team, they run to the ball very well. They've got a lot of talent on the defensive side. Offensively, the same thing. They've got, talent. They got guys that can go get it, and they've got guys up front that'll block. So they're a very good team. And again, they're well coached, and they're going to be disciplined. They're going to do the things they have to do. And for us to be successful, we've got to take care of the football. We've got to be physical up front. We've got to win the line of scrimmage. We've got to create turnovers. We've got to be great in special teams. All those things seem cliched, but the teams that do those things are usually victorious.
Knowing you guys are currently carrying that victory bell, Bishop Dwenger, they're the hunters right now. How do you guys hope to imprint that message that you guys need to carry those expectations while making sure that you're going to get every team's best shot every Friday night?
Yeah, there's going to be a bullseye on your back every week. Irregardless of the fact that you're the defending conference champion, but you're the big school in the conference, and we've had success in the last few years. So our players have to play with that chip on their shoulder all the time and be able to play and be able to answer the call every week.
Well, this is going to be our Highlight Zone game of the week. 2 SAC powers, like you mentioned, Coach. What are you most excited about once that ball gets kicked off at 7 o'clock on Friday?
Yeah, Friday night football is just exciting in itself. We're home. We love that. It's senior night. We get 15 here. Wayne 15 here, and broadcasting the game. So we're excited about everything on Friday night.